Sports fans, I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? Patrick over here at Ghost Picks ATS coming at you with a lock of the week. We are Keep It Rolling. This is my guy, Moff Dollars. I am Ghost Picks. Patrick, what's shaking, everybody? Moff Dollars, tell them what's going on.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to try and wrap it up here for the Valero Texas Open. And give you guys our lock of the week. Pat, what's on your mind? What are you thinking? I know before we came on, we aren't sure right at the moment, but I think we can piece something together here.
No, we know exactly what we want. We've narrowed it down for the sake of conversation, and we're ready to go for it. So what we are looking for essentially in our lock of the week, one, someone familiar with the Texas territory, someone who plays well down here in the southwest region, someone who hits bombs. We're looking for bombers. We know you can score in multiple ways, but that's what we're looking for. Bombers, horses, and then we are also looking for the key this week, guys outside of the Masters that are maybe looking to get in. So guys that need a win or maybe even a top 20 that could get it done, such as our guy Luke List. Actually, Luke List is already on it, but he's already in the
Luke List is
all right, take it away, Moff. What are we thinking?
I know I got you excited with Luke List, but yeah, I mean, we were looking for some sort of secret sauce this week. I mean, it's a less popular week, but and just kind of a weird field. I mean, you got a couple of guys, some powerhouses that are ready to jump into next week at Augusta. Maybe get a nice dub rolling in. That's always nice. But the guys that are hungry, that have to win, have to finish, there's a couple of guys that are right on the cusp. I mean, if you finish top 50 the week before the Masters, you do qualify. You get your ticket. And there's a few guys on the list. We've talked about them. A heavy favorite this week by a lot of people is Kirk. I liked him before I found out that everybody liked him. I mean, yeah, the guy needs it. He's playing well. He missed cut last time. He's had some time off, finished sixth last year, but a couple top tens. I mean, two of the last three times he's played, he's been in the top 10. But Kirk and Keegan Bradley, who's been showing some fire as of late, he was in the running there a couple weeks ago before he kind of fell apart last few holes. But Keegan I think he's right at 60, 61. I mean, finish if he can catch a dub, maybe. I don't know how much like a top 5, second, third place impacts the overall rankings if it'll jump you 10 spots. But I mean, 50 is the cut, and a lot of these guys are already qualified. I mean, I'd say that Keegan Bradley, Maverick McNeely, Kirk, Adam Hadwin, Kevin Strilman, Jonathan Vegas. Outside that, most of the top guys, they're playing next week, so who's hungry, right, Pat?
Yeah, so that's some good insight there. Some of those guys, as Moff said, they're very popular this week, and for obvious reasons. There's actually a decent amount of pressure on them. They want to play out there, so guys that step up under pressure, which if they were good enough, if they stepped up under pressure enough, they would already be in the top 50. So that's definitely something we're keeping in mind. We're not going to reach on some odds, and that's the one thing I was telling Moff. I like all those guys this week, but if you look at their odds, damn, they shiest you. They know
weird odds.
They know very well what they have to do as well, and the books have lowered those odds. So, there's no value on these guys, which sucks because I would love – Moff it was a great point. So, I'd love to sprinkle these guys in top 10s and whatnot, but their odds are so low that we're not getting too much value, which sucks.
The odds this week are it's just so funny because I haven't seen them like this. I haven't seen them quite like this. Rory is plus 700. I guess we saw John Rahm right at the start of the season was like that. Spieth's at 11, and then after that, you just got guys.
Yeah, but think about it. When was the last time Rory won anything?
Exactly.
And he's plus 700. That means he wins 1 out of 8 tournaments essentially at those odds. And even against this field, that's what I'm saying. Those odds are not good. I don't like those. So it's an interesting week. as far as the odds go, we could look at guys who have won this thing. They've been in that 1,500 range, but they've also been like 200 to 1 odds. So it's a crazy thing. Anyone could win it this week. We're definitely not going to take any of the heavy favorites. I like a little sprinkle on Hideki to win. He's my favorite of the favorites. But other than that, we go down that list. I think this is a week, Moff. If I'm taking someone to win, I'm taking a guy like, honestly, Dylan Fratelli, 90 to 1. Someone with extreme upside. Obviously not in the best form. He's 90 to 1. But Texas guy through and through, 90 to 1 odds. I'll be taking him for a little bit to win, and maybe even for a top 5 in there at some. Let me see. Fratelli top 10. I think he is 1,300. Which is awesome odds for a Texan to place top 10. No, it's actually plus 600. Top 5 is the plus 1,300. So I think that's kind of the direction I'm leaning, is more like the Texan route, where those guys have great value on them. Moff, looking at a lock of the week, top 20 range that we like.
Let me look at the top 20s. Shit. Kevin Strilman's only won 2 golf tournaments in his career, but
who?
He might fuck Kevin Strilman. He might win this week.
Can he go low, birdie or better? That's what I don't know. That's what I'm, shaky about.
No one knows. How bad do you want to be down there at Augusta? Who wants to be down there when Tiger makes his return?
It doesn't matter how bad you want it.
Place is going to be flooded. Packed house.
Yeah, well, you better get your Thursday and Friday tickets because he ain't making the cut. All right, let's see. PGA Tour.
How much you want to bet?
Let me see. I got to play for you guys out there. Since we can't get to our lock of the week, we're working our way toward it. K.H. Lee, the first round leader maestro. He's the best first round player in the history of golf. The guy comes out, he shoots 7 under and then shoots 7 over the next 2 days. K.H. Lee, like 90 to 1 sprinkle, first round leader. Anytime it's a weak field and he plays well at the course, K.H. Lee is an automatic first rounder. So throw him a little sprinkle in there. Good at scrambling, which can be necessary here at this course. Pretty damn good off the tee, and putting, it's hit or miss, but he is one of those guys, boomer bust, day one out of the gate, K.H. Lee to win. Just a little sprinkle over there. And I would say the same with Hideki, both Hideki and K.H. Lee. And give me the agents to come out hot, swinging out of the gates. And I think leading into the lock of the week, Moff, I'm very cool putting out a horse, or I'm cool taking Luke List, throwing Luke List out there, or Strilman actually is I like Strilman. Strilman's a very interesting pick. Looking at him here.
So we could take like Kevin Strilman at plus 210, but like Chris Kirk is plus 170 for top 20. I know everybody's got him in DFS, but this isn't DFS. This is our lock.
Oh yeah, let me ask you. If someone has him in DFS, what do we think the betting market's going to have him?
God damn it!
It doesn't matter. Sometimes Vegas don't always win. It's not a thing. But
so what about Adam Hadwin, plus 170?
I don't like any of them. We talked about this on yesterday's episode. Moff, we were a little slow. None of them putt well on Bermuda. They're not Bermuda players. So they're all the guys that you're talking about are Southeast players. Now we're making the move into Texas. It's a little different golf. All these guys that were playing well in Florida. They were playing well in the Panhandle down there, Orlando, Ponte Verde Beach, Florida. Different golf.
I'd rather if we're looking at this at the Luke List range.
Well, if you got the boot over here, check out your Zoom.
Oh.
Beach.
We're running on low battery, folks. Sorry. Here we go. Technical difficulties. If we're looking at the Luke List range, I'd rather take somebody who's been in better form playing golf. Jonathan Vegas, top 20, plus 230. personally.
All right. Well, what do you have about Jonathan Vegas?
I mean, you were talking about him yesterday. What, Texas boy, big bomber. I mean, he's been what? He finished. I don't know. I know he's been playing better than Luke List does. Hadn't played here historically well. Finished fourth last tournament he played, but that was Corrales or whatever.
Yep, Corrales, 27th at the Valspar.
Yeah. Maybe not. Luke List won this year, so he could just be chilling. Shit.
I'm a huge fan of Luke List. Luke List is by far my favorite guy for the value at this week. If we're talking about those guys, I'll numbers. You could say whatever you want. Luke List is the best tee to green golfer in this field, and that is a fact. Whether you look at Luke List over the past 20 rounds, the past 40 rounds, the past 50 rounds, the past 30 days, the past 6 months, he is the best tee to green in this field. Now, can he putt? No, he cannot putt. But this is where he putts the best, is on this kind of track here. He's putted decently at this place in his career, which is brief.
He is losing the most strokes putting out of everyone in the field, it looks like.
Luke List?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, he is. He's lost strokes putting his last 5 events.
Good God.
And this is why he is my lock of the week, baby. Love it.
Like the worst.
Couldn't agree more. Last year out here, he gained a couple strokes putting, which is huge for him.
That's nutty.
Bermuda, definitely not his strength putting, but this dude is as deadly accurate as anybody. His approach game is absolutely fire. Driving distance up there at the top. Around the green, he's solid. His approach, everything that you need. And this, like I said in yesterday's episode, this is this one track where it is putting. It's not a huge telling tale. But Moff, I can be talked out of him. He can't putt. You're right. Or do we go down and lock up for the people? This is my favorite. My favorite pick is without a doubt is Hideki Matsuyama over here, top 20 at plus 110. There's no doubt about that.
You got him at plus, huh?
Yes, sir, for the top 20. But Muff, I think we go with our double lock this week. We give them, I think, our long shot. We roll with you. We roll with the Strilman, Hideki combo. Strilman, Hideki, and
Pat and Kazire. How you feel about him?
Yeah, I like Kazire a lot this week.
Pretty heavily owned in DFS as well.
That's right. He's not like that's not a guy who's going to be like a super big bet. But yeah, you see.
Ryan Palmer is not. Talk about losing strokes putting, though. He sucks at putting, too. Big Bomber, though. Already playing in the Masters. Doesn't matter for Big Palmer. Warm up,
All right.
Sorry, I will say this is the first week I did not feel like I just haven't felt a huge leaning one way or another. I do like Luke List if he can just fucking get it in the hole. He just got to putt.
He cannot putt. Otherwise, he would win many, many tournaments. But he's putted better this year. Like, he is an all-time bad putter.
I mean, he won.
He's an all-time bad putter. But this year, he's been losing strokes putting, but at a moderate rate. The Arnold Palmer was disgusting. But other than that, his putting has been solid. And in the weeks where he gained strokes putting, like the Farmers Insurance, the tournament that he won, it's the only tournament this year that he gained strokes putting. He won that tournament. Like, that's what he has in him. The only other tournament he was around even, he finished top 10.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it, and we'll say a prayer for Luke List putter.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. We'll give him the Valero Texas gospel hymn or something. But let's go. What do you say, Moff? We hit him with a triple. Strilman, Hideki, Luke List. Bada bing, bada boom.
Hideki.
I love Hideki. I think Hideki's my guy I think Hideki wins this week. If we're asking me who wins, not Hideki, like I said, Cam Smith. Hideki, bringing it home. Book it.
Book it. Let's do it.
All right.
Hideki going for the triple.
The triple.
We got to choose Kevin Strilman or Luke List.
Completely different players there.
Completely different players.
They're both plus 250 though, so I mean it's.
And one has to win to play in the Masters. One's won this year, and the other's won twice in his career. Not the best odds.
All right, well, let's lock it in here. We're going with the fuck him off. I'm taking over here. We're going with the triple. We're gonna go with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Triple lock.
Hideki, Luke List, Kevin Strilman.
Top 20s.
Top 20s.
I do like that Hideki. Everybody's sleeping on Hideki. I mean, relatively compared to all the top guys. We disrespecting Siwoo Kim straight up.
Siwoo's played good here, no doubt. I like Siwoo's played good here.
We're going to talk about Hideki. We're disrespecting Siwoo Kim.
Yeah, the thing about Siwoo is, so I'll break it down real quick. Since Hideki's my guy.
Fuck that, Pat. Let's go Siwoo.
Dude, oh man.
Plus 170.
Can't just be pulling cats out your ass. But at the same time, what's he over there?
He's
I've got Siwoo in top 10 in value this week on my rankings of so as far as odds go, he's top 10 in my. Let me see what I got here for him. Siwoo Kim, top 50 birdie or better, top 30 par 5 scoring, which is probably good enough for like top 3 in the field.
That's very good.
He struggles with driving greens in regulation. Short irons are good, which you need here. His long irons.
How's his approach?
He struggles.
Like short approach.
Siwoo. Can he putt on? If Siwoo can putt on Bermuda, I'm down to throw him in there.
Can he? I'm fairly certain he can.
Oh, one of those greens they give Siwoo fits. Those Bermuda greens, Siwoo. He's alright, nothing too bad.
Nah, that's a. I was just looking.
No, I've got Siwoo. I swear, I've got Siwoo on my list. I mean, even though you pulled him straight out your asshole, I actually do have him on my list here. He, obviously he's done solid here in the past, but he's gained serious strokes off the tee. He's actually putted well here, which I think is pretty huge. But he fits those categories. All the ones that I was talking about, par 5 scoring, birdie or better. I mean, literally straight down the line, he fits them all. So,
he's a better putter than Hideki, but It's just weird. So I don't know as much. I don't know much about DFS. They say it's the floor, like projected floor 60 points, projected ceiling 74. Hideki's 49 and 60.
Don't trip. Don't trip.
Okay, yeah, I'm tripping, but
correct. Don't trip.
I don't want to fuck up the triple log, but I mean, Siwoo's right there. We could disrespect Siwoo.
Don't look at too much into those things. I mean, but that's what you're looking for. If you are looking at that, like the DFS high, the ceiling. The ceiling is where you're looking for winners or long shots or guys that can pop. But Siwoo, I mean, he pops on my list. I've got him about top 30 right over there. It's an interesting one to say the least.
No, nobody got Siwoo this week. Top 10, you said? In value?
Yeah. Hideki number 1 though. Luke List number 3.
Okay, well then we'll ride Hideki.
All right, let's go.
There's our 3.
We're locking it in. Official, lock it up. Actually, Moff.
What?
Let me pump the brakes one time. Long shot. Official long shot of the week. We said Charlie Hoffman last night. I think we changed that to Strilman and Luke List, our official long shots.
Okay.
Here and over there. We're locking it in though. We got Luke List and Kevin Strilman. Top 20s. They are plus 230 and plus 250 respectively. And then we were going Hideki Matsuyama.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
With the special shout out to Pat and Kazire. If you find some matchups with Pat and Kazire, and this is something Moff and I are 100%. I'm not going to stand for Moff's garbage. We're going to come on here Friday night and get an episode in, and we're going to talk some Saturday weekend matchups for this. It'll be a quick epi, but Moff and I will do our research off air, and we'll come on here with our favorite matchups for the weekend. Moff, what you think?
I like it.
Love it.
All these other jamokes, they're going to be coming out with master stuff like tomorrow.
Yep. Well, we got a tournament still, so we'll keep it rolling.
True. I think the best time to bet on a winner is Saturday.
Couldn't agree more. That's what I'm saying. We'll come on here on Friday night. We'll do our work, and we'll see what we got. Heading for the weekend.
Sounds good to me.
Weekend movers. Keep it rolling, everybody. Godspeed.
Did we check our chat tonight? We didn't check our live chat.
Not one bit.
Any action?
Hopefully not. Glockman, my guy. What's up, Glockman?
Glockman!
All right, well, let's get on out of here. We're locking it up. Lock of the week, Hideki Matsuyama, Luke List, and a special tone on Pat and Kazire. Kevin Strilman, lock of the week. Add him in there. Good?
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Lock it up. We're out of here. Moff Dollars, always a pleasure. Valero Texas Open. Let's roll, baby.